What's up, puzzle people? Just a quick note before I did this. When I recorded this, before I started, I was like, I should do a test run. Usually I record just a snippet, check that the microphone levels are good, that I can see myself well. I chose not to do that. I was in a rush. I was like, it looks like the webcam's lined up. It's not. This whole video is just me from the nose up. I'm going to publish it because it's funny. And as you watch, you'll see the reasons why I ended up deciding to publish in this one. But yeah, sorry for the video quality. Anyways, enjoy the puzzle. And then in that intro clip, the camera was too low. What's wrong with me? Hello, and welcome to Puzzlers Anonymous. My name is Kevin, and I am a puzzle addict. We are back at it on a Thursday. I'm just going to call this Thursday Puzzle Club. I'm renaming this whole channel. New York Times, Thursday Puzzle Club. The other one wasn't on a Thursday. Now it's actually Thursday. So it's been less than a week since I was on this. What's happening in my life? Not much. I biked for the first time yesterday in, I think, 3 weeks. Obviously, it's been the holidays. I worked through the holidays. So I bike through the winter. I'm only in office 2 days a week. So I always bike commute if possible. I bike through the winter within reason. Usually like 15 degrees is my cutoff. I've been thinking about testing, getting lower with that, especially I got some nice heated socks. Every year I upgrade my gear and I try to push the temperature a little lower. So my commute's pretty long. It's over an hour when I'm biking. So one of the toughest parts is the toes. I got wool socks. In previous years, I got neoprene toe caps to extra trap the heat in the toes. But yeah, the toes are often the point of failure. So this year I got heated socks. So there's a chance that I can start pushing it extra low. But it's been real cold lately. Also, the holidays, just a little bit less motivated. But I got back on the bike yesterday. It felt really great, except for it is shocking how much fitness you lose in 3 weeks of, I wasn't just not biking. I wasn't doing anything. I was lazy during the holidays. I also maybe ate a lot of cheese and a lot of chocolate, and I was drinking a lot during the holidays. Not like heavy drinking, but I feel like I was kind of drinking every night, just like a drink or two, and then drinking on the holidays. So it's easy to lose it. It was actually a pretty tough bike ride just in terms of fitness, but that's why we're back on it. I'm actually exercising more in general. For the holidays, I'm doing the very basic New Year's resolution of losing 10 to 15 pounds. My other New Year's resolution is to read more books, which is a bad goal because it's not, there's not a number to it. It's not like read this amount of books per month, but I don't know, read more books, less time on the internet. What else is going on? I beat Blueprints. I know I was talking about that last time. Great game. For people who don't know, it's like a roguelike puzzler, so you're exploring, you're trying to solve things, but a lot of it is based on randomness. So it's very funny how I beat it, just because I was working up towards the end game. I was kind of piecing together these are the things that you might need. And then just on a work day, during my lunch break, I was like, I'm going to do a quick run, keep it under half an hour because it's my lunch break. And it just, everything clicked. If anyone who plays roguelikes knows sometimes you just get the right items, in this case, the right rooms. So I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to crank out a run. And I accidentally beat the game. So that was cool. And what's the other thing I was going to talk about? My partner was listening to my last video. She was sitting on the couch watching it on her phone while I wasn't there. And our cat heard my voice coming from the YouTube and sat by her and listened with her, which is very sweet. All right, let's get into this Thursday crossword by Mallory Montgomery and Zhu Zhang. That is two different alliterative names. I also feel like this Zhu Zhang, I maybe recognize that. I'm just going to go down to, whoa, Will Shorts wrote the column today. It's not Deb. I'm going to go down to this just to see if I recognize this. Oh, I could have got it from that. Mallory's debut, but collabo with someone who's done it before. Fourth. So maybe. Raises the question, what is a Thursday crossword? Interesting, Will. I'm not going to read anything else because I don't want spoilers, but this one is going to raise the question. Okay. What is a Thursday crossword? My favorite type of crossword. Ooh, this one does have a revealer because it's already pointing to it. Also, the fact that it's highlighting the revealer is strange. Maybe this is what Will was talking about. So, this is just a thing they do in the formatting of the online version. If you have a theme clue, it'll highlight related clues. Like if it's one of those that has like along with 30 down or whatever. Just scanning this, I'm already seeing ones that I know the answers to. Okay, I don't see any. But yeah, like ones that connect, it'll usually highlight the other ones. And then sometimes if the theme clue connects to the revealer, when you're on the theme clue, it will highlight the revealer. But I feel like that's something they do on like Mondays and Tuesdays and like not on Thursdays. So this would be interesting. It's rare that they point out where the revealer is for you. So what's that about? I kind of wish I hadn't read Will's clue, or not clue, but just statement. But maybe it'll be fine. I'm struggling with window alignment. Sorry. Okay. Nonverbal, well done. It's going to be like a head nod or something like that. That'll do, pig. Cars with retractable roofs. I don't even know what I did there. Okay. I want to say convertibles, but that's not going to fit. Uh-oh, are we in a rebus alert? I don't even want to look at the reveal yet. I want to look at the themes first. Accidentally burn, perhaps. I'm thinking that's going to be like insult burn, like a backhanded compliment. Is a backhanded compliment accidental or is that passive aggressive? I feel like an accidental burn is when you say something that is not meant as an insult, but is like comes out as an insult or taken as an insult, which happens to me all the time. Results of wearing some uncomfortable shoes. That could be so many things. Okay. College concern. Seen in all of those. Okay. I don't even want to solve that yet. I just want to reapproach. It's seen in. That doesn't mean it's in the clue. Ooh, I feel like we're getting real close to a rebus alert here. I know I teased this last time, but I got to make like a rebus alert graphic. Would they do Rebus's 2 Thursdays in a row? Sure they would. Yeah, so I might be talking too fast. I'm always talking too fast. But I'm thinking here, because it's seen in, it's not saying like a hint to it. I think whatever this bit is going to be is talking about what the rebus is going to be that's in these clues. Let's just go through one more time on this, see if this... I can't even think of what the college concern would be. Dean's List. Academic probation. What are concerns in college? March Madness. It's not there yet. The Times doesn't always do holiday themes, but they like almost always do a March Madness themed one. Can't think of anything with this. Retractable roofs, convertibles. Accidentally burn. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, let's get the revealer from Downs and see if that helps us. Attire for fraternity party. Maybe that is on theme with the college concern thing. That's going to be a toga. I don't think anyone actually does that. I think that just happened in Animal House. But I don't know. I didn't go to a lot of college parties. I went to some. Instrument originated in ancient Sumer. I should know that as someone who studied music in college. And also someone who has been playing a lot of Civilization 6. Maybe that's something that Gilgamesh offers to you in his delegation, but I don't know. Heineken subsidiary, whose name means small bodies of water. So it's plural. I don't know which beers are owned by whom. Is it like a bottled water company? Because subsidiary, I feel like that's another company that's like connected. It's not going to be like a beer they own. It's something more specific, but I don't know. Beloved. I want to say dear. I can't defend that. I'm putting it in. We stand today on the, I want to say brink, but it's only 4 letters, of a new frontier. Is this Kennedy talking about the moon? We choose to go to the moon and do these other things in the next decade, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. I'm going to go for edge. We're edging here. Jump at as an opportunity. I want to say leap for. Because it's like, it's going to be the same verb, like feel. It's not a tense, but yeah, like jump at, leap for. But looking at this, 27 across, that seems sketch. Opposite of south-southwest. They're giving us an easy one here on a Thursday. Okay, maybe that's what Will meant about what is a Thursday. Maybes. Let's say ifs. I want to say 32 across is probably genie, but we'll keep going with downs. Knick-knack, doodad. Tchotchke is probably what it is. God, can I spell tchotchke under pressure? Well, ooh, you know what? I'm not. Let's just look at this. Benefactor with a limited note. Benefactor with a limited number of grants is indeed a genie. I talked so fast because I just got excited about being right. So it's not tchotchke. Doohickey. I don't know. Something the college concern is going to be grade, but I don't know what else. Grade on finals. Bear down for midterms. Did I mention in a video already that Gina and I finished our community watch through? I think so. Thumbs up votes are probably eyes. The eyes have it. Nursing spot. Could be so many things. In the club rapper is 50 Cent. But it's like that is how it's stylized. But I see there are enough letters for me to put 50 Cent. But that's not like what his name is. So maybe that's a misdirect. But no, there's no other, like, there's only one person who is the rapper for Into Club. There's not even like a guest artist on that, so it has to be him. I'll allow it, Will. Parks in history, that's gotta be Rosa, right? Albatross, so to speak. Onus, burden. It's onus, 44 across is FSU. That works. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, when I'm doing this, when I'm trying to guess the acrosses, I'm intentionally not looking at the clues. But I'm realizing when I was scanning, I did see Tallahassee School as a clue. And I don't actually know where Florida State University is, but it stands to reason that it's in Tallahassee. Yep. Okay. Cool. So yeah, onus. We'll go with that. 35 across is probably Afro. Let's check on that. Symbol of the Black is Beautiful movement. Yes. Okay. Now, our college concern. Grade inflation. Okay. That is a concern. Probably. If you're like a professor or if you're a student, like you want your, I guess even if you're an alumni, you want your degree to mean something if they're just giving them to everyone. Whatever. Hold on a second. Okay, we're good. The cat is here. She looked very intent on something in the yard. I was about to go see what it was, but now she's cleaning herself, so clearly whatever it was not interesting. Okay, so we have our concern, which is seen in these. Now we have to find it. It might not be a rebus. It could be the literal inflating, like the grade. So grade inflation is, you're getting a better grade than you should. Like you should have a C and you get a B or an A. So I could see this being, letters are like you'll take a phrase and then like the F becomes a D. The tricky thing about that is whenever they do one of those, like a substitution clue, it still has to, like, both things have to be real. So it's like, it's going to, for nonverbal well done, you're going to take a phrase that exists, like a normal thing that could be a crossword answer, and if you change an F to a D, then the new phrase that's created is the nonverbal well done. And if y'all pulled this off, that's pretty amazing, because, like, you have to find specific phrases. It's not just substituting, but it's got to be phrases where, like, F to D makes a phrase, D to C makes a phrase. I guess it doesn't have to be a single skip. It could be F to B. And it's mostly consonants. We got B, C, D, F. If they got one that goes from, like, a B to an A, that's going to be really impressive. And it is 2 people working on this, so that, you know, I'm skeptical that what I'm thinking this is what it is, just because that seems so hard to pull off. Maybe that takes 2 people. Well, I will start with 49, because that feels the most punny, I think. Like, these 2, I have an idea of what they are, though it doesn't fit. But, like, accidentally, I don't know, I just feel like the most room to explore, maybe. I can't explain why I want to do this one. I'm just drawn to it. I'm also holding up open the possibility that it may still be a rebus. I'm very excited to see where this theme goes. Like the coronation chair in Westminster Abbey, I don't know anything about that. It takes a bow in a concert hall. Does it take a bow, or does it take a bow? I think this is cello. And I think it's a clever play on words. Sir Blank Hercules John. No idea who that is. Never heard of anything like that. Hercules John, and there's another word in there. I'm very interested who that person is. PlayStation alternatives is probably Xboxes, and 45 across is probably Axe, though I'm not going to be proud of myself for guessing that, because come on, that's an easy one. Get rid of is indeed Axe. Jump at as an opportunity. It's definitely not the leap thing unless grade inflation is wrong. What if I spent 5 minutes talking about what grade inflation could mean for this theme, and then, like, it wasn't even the answer? Be in I don't know. Indigenous people at the center of 2023 is Killers of the Flower Moon. I have not seen that. I was actually thinking recently about watching it. It's in Oklahoma, right? I'm not gonna make just random guesses here. Something green. Don't know. So does this give us anything for accidentally burn? Yeah, I don't know. Okay, we're gonna do the downs here to see if they give us more. We're gonna do the crosses here to see if they'll give us more downs, and then we'll see. Feel under the weather. See, this is almost always like AIL, especially because it's that. So maybe this is not cello, maybe it's viola. I was just thinking C because I think because the grades. So this is probably over, right? It's not gonna be over burn, over bake. Over bake would work, I think. But then how does it work with grade inflation? Because I can't think of something else that this would come. It's not like over cake is something, or over fake. Yeah, I can't think of anything with those. I do want to keep over. Let's check it. What would this be? Ornate. Opal. Let's look at what else. Feel under the weather. So ale works now since I switched this to viola. Brand in the feminine care aisle. Kotex, I believe. I hope I'm spelling that right. Mexican street food typically served with cheese, chili, and lime. That's going to be elote. Get that corn out of my face. Nacho Libre reference. I think I have that on DVD. Thanks to my friend Kyle. Was I talking about my love of Avatar, the Avatar sequels in my last video? I like to think of myself as like a snobby art guy, but I love the Avatar sequels and I love Nacho Libre. Nacho Libre is actually a great movie. I think it was, in its original trailers, it was kind of sold wrong. I mean, it was marketed for kids, and it was like the guys who made Napoleon Dynamite. But like they sold us a lot of like fart jokes, and obviously the thing of like Jack Black playing a Mexican character is seemingly problematic. Though I will say that is addressed in the movie. It's like his mom is white and his father is Mexican, but also it's like he is the white guy playing a Mexican character, and like everyone else in the movie, the full cast, like everyone that works with is like actually Mexican. They filmed it in Mexico, boost to the local economy and everything. I know like multiple Mexican people who love Nacho Libre, so I do think like that concern there is more like white people being concerned for the sake of other people who don't give a shit about it. But the movie itself it's fucking funny. But it's really heartfelt. It's a lot about faith. Whether or not you are a religious person, I think a lot of people can appreciate the beauty of the sentiment. But it's also like it's a movie about the dichotomy and the balance between like who you wish you were and who you actually are, and like fighting that conflict. Nacho Libre, hard recommend. Excellent movie. Anyways, that all came from elote. Get that corn out of my face. So I think the coronation chair in Westminster Abbey is oaken. I think Elton John's middle name is Hercules. And that's why I had never heard of it, because like they don't emphasize the Hercules. And Granny's is probably like Nana's. Zeta follower is Ada. So our over is good here. Now let's see if we can use some acrosses to get the rest of this. It's a start. One of these exclamation point boys. Open. I don't know. Oh no, another themed clue. We might be in trouble here. Hit TV series set at the fictional William McKinley High School. I don't know. Fictional lover of Rochester? Like the city? A lot of people love Rochester, but I'm not like, oh, someone loves Rochester, but like I can't think of any fictional character that like it's like, oh my god, I love Rochester. Unless, is Rochester like one of those that's like named after like an old like Greek or Roman character? We're gonna do some Googling after this. Not some Googling. That's the other thing in my life. I stopped using Google. I'm sick of the AI overview and that like you can't turn it off or you have to type in no AI. So I actually changed my default search engine in my browser to Ecosia. Let's do this right now, because that won't give us spoilers for this. So I'm gonna look up Rochester. It's gonna put me in this Ecosia, but I don't want the city. Well, let's look at the namesake of Rochester. That's got to be in here, right? Named after Nathaniel Rochester. Okay, but this is good because this tells me that Rochester is not some like ancient name, like Cicero or whatever. So this is like a fictional character who loves like the city of either Rochester, Minnesota, but more likely Rochester, New York. So it'll be interesting. Okay, go on dates with is probably C, but that's pretty far from what we were looking at here. Layer, did we look at that? Let's say tier for that. Let's see if this gets us anything. Still don't know that. The show is called Tree. It's a hit series too. Yeah, I don't know. It's a start. Okay, yeah, I don't know. So I feel like we're kind of backed into a wall here, which is fine. Let's just work on a different one. Bangkok currency. So that would be Thailand. I actually have some of this. I had a friend in high school from Thailand, and gave me quite a few different, mementos that he brought from Thailand. I know some of it was like some of the money, and I have it in my like memories folder in my filing cabinet. That sounds so darky, but I don't know what it's actually called. Doha dignitary. I'm just gonna guess imam, because that's some crosswordese, and that is like, I know Doha is Qatar, predominantly Muslim country, probably fits. Still don't know this Heineken one. Get wind of, hear, smell, go on in dialogue. I want to say rant, but it's 3 letters. I was thinking go on like talk loud, but it could be like go on, proceed. I don't know. One who eats crisps and uses a loo. That's going to be a Brit. Typing it in before I even finish. That kind of duty. Like priestly duties. Nacho Libre reference. It could also be like a tax duty. I don't know. Stab in a way. I want to say like attempt. I don't know. All right. This is probably like bel canto, or yeah, I think bel canto is a thing. So imam is probably wrong. Lessons that might be spelled out for you. If it's ABCs, that's going to be very interesting, especially with my grade inflation theory. Wide open Q&A is probably AMA, because that's Ask Me Anything. Coffee option.
I found some web results. I can show them if you ask again from your iPhone.
Just that little jump scare. The smart speaker thought I was talking to her. I don't think I said anything that sounded like her name, which I won't say again. What is a coffee option? That's 4 letters and R. Cappuccino, mocha, frap. Frap is one, but there's nothing in the clue that has abbreviated. When I'm pointing, it's because the clues are over here for me. That's not very good TV. That doesn't help you. Yeah, I want to say frap, but no abbreviation. Okay. One of the 2 Boolean values in programming. Is it ands? No, are the Booleans just yeses and nos? This is one of those things that I've learned. I feel so bad, especially because I know sometimes Josh, my coworker, watches these videos, and I have asked just out of curiosity, like these programming questions to the programmers that I work with. And I don't expect like to learn programming, but I do like an explain like I'm 5, just out of curiosity. And when someone has the patience to explain to my dumbass these things, and I still don't remember, I'm sorry, Josh. You probably explained this to me 2 years ago. I'm sorry for the time that you wasted patiently teaching me something. Disney princess whose name is one letter off from a common princess. Accessory, that's Tiana from the Frog one. What was that called? The Princess and the Frog. I don't think that's true. Don't know. I think this is, so it wasn't Imam, but I think it might be Amir, or it's either Amir or Imar. Still don't know this Heineken one. Still don't know that. Kind of duty, probably civic duty. Cool, we're getting letters. Okay. Drip coffee. Okay, we got it. This is a high 5. Okay, yes. No. High 5 is the nonverbal well done. high dive is grade inflation, which would fit with go on in dialogue as add. So it is what I was thinking, but it's kind of the opposite I was thinking. I was thinking it would start with a phrase that doesn't mean what the clue says and then move into one that does. But this other one are the other way around. Unless I'm wrong, because this feels wrong to me. The answer to nonverbal well done shouldn't be high dive. It should be high five. But, like, it works with add. Well, let's keep going. So, I guess get wind of is here. I kind of thought that before. Why didn't I say that before? Okay, this is Lagunitas. So, it is another beer company. They're based out of Chicago, I believe. Okay, true. True and false. See, I was thinking yeses and nos for the Booleans, but, yeah, true. True and false. Okay, I wasn't far off. See, Josh, I listen. Bangkok currency is baht. Stabbing away is spear. Knick-knack. I don't know. Okay, so now that we know that this is like you're taking the phrase and moving it into something else, is there anything that would... I still can't, because overbake doesn't come from anything else. It's not like overcake is a thing that then goes into bake. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's just do this corner. Photographer Diane, I don't know. Snatching sound in the comics. I know yoink is used in The Simpsons. I didn't know that was in the comics too. But I'm going with it. Well-known scheme designer. Don't know. Gimlet base. It's like a glass. I don't know what the base is called. What Neapolitan ice cream is divided into thirds. I don't know how I hadn't looked at that clue yet. Oh, just because I got grade inflation so quick I didn't worry about that section. Compete for is probably vie for. So now let's do the downs here. Spanish explanation can do oh baby. Is this I poppy? I hope so. Small hopper in the 100-acre wood. Rue. That's some crossword ease. Spot on. What was that pop-up? That was halfway done, right? Not 3/4. Yeah, that was halfway. Spot on. Is it just right? I'm speeding up a bit because I know I'm approaching half an hour. Open as a fanny pack. Unzip. Scrapes. Don't know. Oh, 18 was a scheme thing. That's going to be Ponzi. Gimlet basis, still don't know. Spot on is not right. Scrapes is probably skins, like a knee. Okay, so this is tops. Why does this keep happening? I want to say crop tops, but that's shirts. But a knick-knack is like a novelty. Okay. Nursing spot is a teat. I think this is crop tops. So then grade inflation... There's no grades in there. Now I'm more lost than ever. Which I guess is why it's a Thursday. Okay. Ooh, you know what? A gimlet, that's not a drink. Or it's not a cup. It's a drink. So I guess it's got to be gin, right? Yeah, a gimlet's like a cocktail. So this is bingo. So the photographer is Diane. This might be one where I can like solve the answers and then I have to go to Will to figure out like what the theme was. Bit in a breakfast bowl is oat. I do overnight oats all the time. Cathedral recess is an apse. Very hard to pronounce. An instrument originating in ancient Sumer is a harp. I didn't know that. I'll have to tell that to my friend who was putting together for Christmas. Her sister just wanted money so she could buy a harp. She's like, don't give me gifts. I'm trying to buy a harp. Just give me harp money. But my friend was like, I don't want to just give you money. She did it because it's her sister, but she wanted to give her something. So she also put together a playlist for her as that is all like harp music. So she was, soliciting cool harp songs. So She'll be happy to know that the harp originates in Sumer, and that came up in the crossword puzzle. Jump at as an opportunity is seize something, and full of zing is zesty. I still don't know what the second part. Seize as? Don't know. Keep going. So-called father of the American cartoon. Don't know. Sea creature that can weigh 400 pounds at birth. It's going to be some sort of whale. And because of the fact that it is 4 letters, and the word orca contains a bunch of common letters that get used a lot in crosswords, I'm going to guess that it's an orca. Possessive of a Chinese menu. Is it So's? Because it's got, like, that is possessed by General So. That would make 67 NCO, which fits that. And many PhDs to be RTAs. So, yes, that's funny. T, traders. Don't know. Still don't know this one. Influential power is say. So, no, that's scot-free. I don't think I knew that it's spelled like that. Results of wearing some comfortable shoes could be blisters. B-listers. Okay, so that one is like, that's great. B-listers, we got that. But like, C, rop-tops. Oh! I feel like this is great deflation, isn't it? Because like drop. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. See, I'm not thinking right. I gotta take the thing because this was high 5 and then it gets bumped up. So the convertible is a drop top and then you inflate it to the C. I don't like it, but that is just how it is. So blisters has in the shoes. So this becomes A-listers, which is also a phrase. Gosh, it's still not gonna help me with that. That's fine. We got other clues. Still know that one. Still know that one. I might need to initiate the solve protocol for this. I still know this one. I should know cartoons better. Okay, yeah, I think it's. Honestly, this is yentas, but I don't actually know what that means. That just seems like a word. Yes, I want to say this is overbake. But then I just don't see how that fits into this theme. I don't know what, like, overcake. Is that a thing? Well, I'm out of solvable ones anyways, so I am gonna just initiate the solve protocol, see what's going on here. Okay, yeah, I'm glad I went to this. Because it was a little strange to me that Will was writing the column, and I was like, you know what? That's fine. You know, he had a stroke. He's back. Meanwhile, people are celebrating. But look at this. Salutation from a crossword editor writing his first column for wordplay in years. So this is it. Oh my gosh. I'm also bidding adieu to the great Deb Hamlin, whose final wordplay column appeared on Friday. Deb is retiring. I don't know if she's retired. She's going on. Okay. I was thinking about not publishing this puzzle just because I feel weird about these, but I have to. Out of respect for the homie Deb Amblin. Deb wrote these pieces with humor, empathy, and expert analysis seemingly forever. She did write with all those things. Somehow keeping each one fresh and amusing. Yes, she did. Will. I don't know how she did it. She will be missed. Yes, she will. Ooh. This one's theme could conceivably, with a different grid and easier clues, have appeared on Wednesday, but we on the games team thought the theme had just enough spice to make it Thursday worthy. Also, not every Thursday crossword has to have a rebus, thank you, or a funny way to enter answers. In the end, it should just be a little harder than a Wednesday and a little easier than a Friday. The theme, grade inflation, because each of the theme answers is a familiar phrase containing a letter grade that is increased 1 notch to make another familiar phrase that gets entered in the grid. So, like, that's true. It's all familiar phrases. I just don't agree with that. Like, the one it goes to doesn't actually match the thing. But whatever. Everyone's a critic. So yeah, drop tops, crop tops. You can figure out the other two. No, Will, I can't. That's why I came here. Okay, anything that I can see here? Thirds, no. Okay, we do have yentas, but, you know, that doesn't get us anything. Okay, I do want to say this is jump it as an opportunity. It's got to be C's at. So start is... No, C's and? Because I guess this is onset. Okay, so maybe overbake is wrong, and that's my problem. Because maybe it's C's on. Does that get us anything? Okay, see, now this is kind of coming to me. I think it's OSA something. This should be when I'm initiating a solve protocol, yes. Even before going to the answers. I went to the answers because Will was there. But number one step in the solve protocol is looking up objective answers, which this one is. I've already figured out, actually, the clue, so I'm not going to go to that. Because if it is the OSA, I forget what it is, then it could be overcook, which you grade inflate 1 to overbook. So we got that. This is Kelly Green. This is Glee. So yeah, it's Osage, I think. And then is Eyre, Jane Eyre. That makes... No, that is a fictional person. I guess Jane Eyre loves Rochester. Cool. Hopefully this is solved correctly. Thank you. All right. Thanks for hanging on in a long and meandering one. Hopefully it was ultimately worth it. But more importantly, thank you, Deb, for your years of service in helping us idiots solve puzzles. And thank you for watching. Stay safe. Bye.